over the blue line. Johnny scores! All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lewis University Television Network. And a big save. Power move to the middle. Wilninski found the back of the net. Fake shot. Another shot. He goes upstairs right there. Take his team ahead by 2. Another shot. And Brian Goot scores the goal. Excellent diving play there. Oh, mama.
We're with Bridget, whose husband won't be home for months and whose daughter is due any day. We're with Mike, who's leaving home to protect his family and yours. We're with all service members and their families who need community, connection, and maybe a bit of magic. Are you with them? Learn more at uso.org today. We're with Liam after his 4th military move, when being new is starting to get old. We're with Tara during the holidays, when she misses home the most. We're with all service members and their families who need connection, comfort, and a home away from home. Are you with them? Learn more at uso.org today.
I am from Oak Point and I am a Lewis Flyer.
I am a graduate student and I am a Lewis Flyer.
I'm a commuter student and I'm a Lewis Flyer.
I am Sidney Butler, also known as King Kwan, and I am proud to be a Lewis Flyer.
I'm an international student and I'm a Lewis Flyer.
I'm from St. Augustine and I'm a Lewis Flyer.
I'm an aviation maintenance major and I'm a Lewis Flyer.
I'm a first-year student and I'm a Lewis Flyer.
I am a general construction pre-apprentice and I am a Lewis Flyer.
I'm an undergraduate student and I am a Lewis Flyer.
I'm a transfer student and I am a Lewis Flyer.
I am a fully online student. I am a Lewis Flyer.
I'm from Homer Glen and I'm a Lewis Flyer.
I am an international graduate student from China. I am a Lewis Flyer.
I'm a women's basketball player and I'm a Lewis Flyer.
My name is William Jones. I'm glad to be a flyer for Lewis University.
I'm a veteran of the United States Air Force, and I am a Lewis Flyer.
I'm a graduate student at Oak Brook campus, and we are flyers.
I'm from Chicago, and I'm a Lewis Flyer.
I'm a track and field athlete, and I am a Lewis Flyer.
I am from Brazil, and I am a Lewis Flyer.
I am a graduate student, and I am a Lewis Flyer.
I'm a biology and chemistry major, and I'm a Lewis Flyer.
We are Lewis Flyers.
We are Lewis Flyers. We are Lewis Flyers.
We are Lewis Flyers.
We are Lewis Flyers.
We are Lewis Flyers.
We are Lewis Flyers.
We are Lewis Flyers.
We are Lewis Flyers.
We are Lewis Flyers.
We are Lewis Flyers.
We are Lewis Flyers.
We are Lewis Flyers.
We are Lewis Flyers.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dad. Happy birthday to you.
What are you going to wish for, Grandpa?
Don't just wish you had taken care of your hearing loss. Take action today. Visit Act Now on hearing.com to learn the signs and find an ASHA-certified audiologist near you.
We're here for the re-kickoff of the Innovation Hub, and it's nice to be able to do a refresh.
Innovation Hub is a community. It's a community of innovators, entrepreneurs, creators who have come together to change the world. The Hub's going to help students and community in several different ways. First of all, provide a physical space where we can come and they can actually rent desks and hang out and have an office. More importantly, we're going to have a series of support from a community standpoint, including speaker series, including quarterly meetups, including professional development programs, including ways to take you from 0 to 100 in no time flat with your business called growth hacking.
Tonight I am here to talk about my application and how the pitch competition and the Innovation Hub have brought me to where I am today. Being able to help out people in the community regarding shopping is one of the biggest things we could be doing to help anyone out. It is such a big part of everyone's lives, and what we want to do is make a business out of it and hopefully make people's lives easier and make new products, whatever it is, to hone in on making people's lives more efficient.
This is the story of Lewis University, located 35 miles southwest of Chicago. Founded in 1932 with a focus on aviation technology, Lewis is a Catholic and Lasallian university that welcomes students of all faiths and cultures. Your understanding of diverse cultures will help you to succeed in the global workplace. At Lewis, our faculty walk side by side with our students, helping them apply what they learn in the classroom to real life. In law enforcement, nursing, aviation, business, the sciences, teaching, and the arts, all making a difference. Our students have purpose in learning. They are problem solvers, thinkers, doers. Upon graduation, Lewis students are prepared to create better communities, communities that universally welcome, support, and encourage all to create a better world. Now it is your turn. How will you impact our world? Apply at lewisu.edu.
Every 2 seconds, a hospital patient needs a life-saving blood transfusion. Every 2 seconds, there's an urgent need for blood donation. Every second matters. In an emergency, doctors may face impossible choices. Who gets blood and who must wait? Will you roll up a sleeve and give? Because of you, life doesn't stop. Donate blood. Make your appointment today at Vitalant.org.
Hello, I'm Will Jimeno. I'm a retired Port Authority police detective and a 9/11 survivor. For 13 hours, I was buried under the rubble of the World Trade Center. I was rescued thanks to brave people who were willing to put their own lives on the line to save mine. For 9/11 this year, a National Day of Service, I'll be paying it forward by taking time to help others. Please join me by doing your own good deed that day. Visit 911day.org to learn more.
Providing students with the skills and qualities needed to be successful, the Lewis University Radio and Television Broadcasting Department prepares students for high-level performance in their endeavors. The broadcasting professor supplies students with numerous chances outside of the classroom to sharpen their tools and get a taste of the real world of broadcasting.
I just thought it was really interesting and I want to go into sports media. Everyone's really welcoming, even if you have no experience. You will be uncomfortable at the beginning, like I was, but once you start into it, you'll be more comfortable as your teachers explain everything.
Technical directing, editing, producing, and anchoring are just some of the countless broadcasting roles students can get involved with during their first week in the program. From being on the air to producing behind the scenes, students will acquire valuable life skills in addition to what they learned in broadcasting. All majors are welcome, and to get started, visit lewisu.edu/admissions so you can make a difference and take your talents to the next level.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lewis University Television Network for some Flyers hockey. Logan Kemp here alongside Matt Carlson. And we are back at our favorite location, Matt, Canlan Sports in Romeoville, for some Flyers hockey action on this beautiful Saturday afternoon as the Flyers are taking on the visiting Aurora University Spartans. They had their first game of the series yesterday. The Flyers ended up losing that one in regulation time by a final score of 2-1. I don't know if you didn't get a chance to go see that game, Matt, but have you heard anything about how you felt, how the players were feeling after that one?
Yeah, so after yesterday's game, I was able to talk with a few of the players, and they're talking a lot about motivation throughout the game. One large topic of concern was when the team gets scored on, motivation seems to be lost. Doesn't matter at what point it is throughout the game. They could be up, let's say, 3-0, and they get scored on, they start losing momentum, they start losing that competitive edge in their game, Logan. That's something that they're trying to work on, and another key issue for them has been working on the mental side of the game in accordance with that. Keeping yourself motivated throughout the game, keep going hard at work even when you're tired. Those long shifts can be tiring both physically and mentally, Logan, as I'm sure you know.
Oh, yeah.
And those are the two keys that they're looking to work on. If they can hone those two things in, they're looking for a great game today.
Yeah, I mean, if they're able to play 60 minutes of hockey, that's always a good time here at Canlan. I know that was something they struggled with a lot last year, and that was one of my biggest frustrations with the team was they would look really good, come out really hot in that first 20 minutes, kind of really slow down in the second, and then just lose all sense of who they were in period number 3. So we're going to hope to see them skate 60 minutes of hockey. They're going to be without their number one forward, the Flyers are today again. Scotty Ernsting is out today, so the Flyers will have to do battle without forward number one up on the offensive side of things. So I know one thing head coach Jim Sware's been talking about has been the defensive side of things, though, really keeping those goals against down. It's really hard to win hockey games when you're giving up 5-6 goals every game. And so if they're able to do that today, I mean, they did it yesterday. First time in a long time they've kept them to under 3 goals against. I mean, that's a lot. You're putting yourself in a lot better position to win that hockey game if you only have to put 1-2 pucks in the net to be competitive. So Flyers captain came through, broke the scoring threshold for the Flyers yesterday, had the lone tally for his team yesterday for the Aurora University Spartans. Grano had one in regulation, as well as number 81, Adrian Gombarchek. So those will be some players to watch today. They had both teams have had a really busy October so far, have pretty much played every single weekend up until this point. Flyers playing Central Michigan, MSOE, U of I, and Aurora this weekend. And the Spartans were playing SIUE, Purdue Northwest, and Bradley this October. So they're coming in off a couple tough games against Bradley. The Aurora Spartans are. They had 2 overtime matchups. But so they'll be looking to extract some more revenge out of the Flyers today and pick up their second win in a row. And the Flyers will be looking to rebound and get a little bit of revenge for themselves. We're going to see the national anthem here in just a minute at Canlan, and then we'll be right back when the game time starts. Again, thanks for tuning in to Flyers Hockey right here on the Lewis University Television Network. All right, welcome back after that beautiful rendition of America's song, the national anthem, as the teams get ready and get their helmets back on for some Flyers hockey. We can go over the starting goaltenders. And the matchup today, to our left-hand side, Sam Zagat, big man in net for Lewis Flyers. 6'4" sophomore from St. Louis is back in between the pipes for the Flyers. On the other side, in the black road jerseys, is number 4, Jake Mihaljevic for the Aurora University Spartans. The 6 foot on the nose freshman from Oak Lawn, Illinois, is getting the look for the Spartans today at Canlan. And here we go. We are off and running already. Flyers in their beautiful alternate red jerseys. First time we're getting to see those live and in person being worn by the whole team, and I do have to say, they look very nice.
I couldn't agree with you more there, Logan. These jerseys, absolutely beautiful scarlet red. I saw them wear them against CMU earlier in the season. Took a win with those uniforms on. Hopefully they can bring that same kind of energy in the game today.
Here comes Ulmer to Stump, and he will wheel in on the left wing side of the Spartan zone. Down low, if teammates are making a line change. Logan Stump trying to dance through a couple defensemen right there, but has it stripped by Hart. And the Spartans look to get this one out. Flyers force a turnover. Flyers captain backhand pass is intercepted. Stump now turns and fires, but that one's deflected by someone out at the top of the crease. That was Selman. And that one deflects up into the protective netting. So we're going to see a face-off in the Spartans' end. 19:02 left to go in the first period.
And that's a quick jump off the start for the Flyers, getting some shots on goal early. Trying to keep that energy moving.
Flyers looking to get a quick one here at the start. Past couple times we've seen them at Callan. They score first. That always bids well for long-term Flyer success in this hockey game. Here's the Spartan slap shot from the far side face-off dot. Hit a couple sticks out in front, but Zagat's able to compromise that one. And now we're going to see a face-off in the Flyers' end of the ice.
Both sides getting some work early in this game, offensively and defensively. We're going to see how that progresses as time goes on. This might be a back-and-forth game, Logan.
Flyers won that face-off, sent around the net by Ricci, up and out to McDonald, who has to back up. And here comes the Flyers captain, Brian Goot. Stick handles around one, still got it behind the net now. Goot, far side, has it stripped. And the Spartans will start their breakout. Brandon Alicia had 2 goals last weekend against the Bradley Braves. We'll send that one down behind Zagat. Charlotte Boyce tried to send it up to the point, and the Spartans couldn't keep it in. And in they come. Lieberman now has a shot, and that was saved by Zagat. That was Lieberman DeGrano who ended up with that opportunity. Not a problem at all for the Flyers netminder. 18:03 left to go in the first period. All tied up, 0 goals aside.
Something Jim Suarez talking about is not letting the opposition, the offense, come in close within 2 to 3 feet in the net there. Something we saw, unfortunately, in that play.
Around the net to Peter. He will reverse it up the near side this time, where Fronte wasn't quite there. Alex Fronte finally got his jerseys in. He's wearing his number 13 that he's been waiting for all season long. The California native will send that one into the far side corner. Back to get it is Vandertook. Has it stripped by Fronte. That centering pass couldn't be found by Johnson. Here come the Spartans up the right wing side. It's lofted up but couldn't be knocked down. And Alagna turns it around. Johnson to Peter, far side. Back to Johnson, and Johnson again steamrolls a hit there on Santino Grano. We saw him do that a few times last time here at Canlan. Johnson really strong on both skates. Something to keep an eye on. They force a turnover. The Spartans do and have a shot. That was Derek Kimbrough. But again, it's easily handled by Zagat.
And we talk about decision making and making the right choices when Lewis has the puck. Something I've already seen so far in this game, Logan, is they don't take the time that they do have, and they may rush the pass. And that's something that we've seen them work on so far this season.
You got to clean up the slop. I mean, they're not doing much good if they can't even get the puck out of their own zone. Like right there, Andres has a shot blocked out in front. It's found by Shaniwis, and he tries another one. Puck's out loose out in front. Zagat scrambles, and that one stays out of the net. Here comes Logan Stump up the far side. Will dump that one in, and it will go far enough for an icing call. First high-quality scoring chance of the hockey game by the Aurora Spartans. Somehow Zagat able to keep that one out of the net, keep this one even with 16:40 left to go in period number 1.
Flyers taking a note from rugby there. A few big scrum in front of net, keeping that puck out.
I see a face-off to Zagat's left wing side this time, won by the Spartans. Here's LeBouf has a drive, and again, found by Zagat. We're going to try again, same spot.
Aurora's finding a lot of time, and their offense is on the ice. Flyers struggling to keep the puck out.
Again, it's important for the Flyers to hammer down on the gas pedal early in period number 1. They want to dictate pace of play, and they have not been doing that so far here at Canlan. Puck tried to be sent across, but it's caught by Goot. Here's Ricci now. We'll send that one in behind Mihaljevic. McDonald works the puck on the hash marks, and the Spartans tried to send that out. That was hard, but it went off the stick of Brian Goot and right into the bench.
Some potentially sloppy passing going on. Didn't really look like the Flyers kept much coordination throughout that play.
And try again, face off right out in front of the Spartans bench. It's won by Grano, sent up the near side. But it is for a turnover by Goot. He's into the Spartan zone. Brian Goot on his backhand tries a centering pass, but that one's broken up by LeBouf. Another centering attempt. Trickled over to Mihaljevic. And he kind of was caught off guard with that one, but was able to keep it out of the net. Now we're going to see a face-off to his left wing side. 15:54 left to go in the first.
And that was a quality chance there for Logan Pickens, just tipping that away, nearly catching the Spartans goaltender off guard. If they can get more chances such as that, goals will be scored.
Grano tried to send it up, but it was found by Wolninski. He battles behind the net. Here's Andres. Up come the Spartans. Grano will loft that one into the Flyer zone. In on the forecheck is Charlebois. Sent around the net. Aurora Spartans have a shot from the far side hash marks. Puck sat behind Zagat. He's forced to pencil in the crease. Cheat a little bit. I saw that. He was scooching that puck up. I don't think it crossed the goal line, though.
No.
But again, another quality scoring chance for the Spartans early here in period number 1. Spartans are in the driver's seat. Grano remains on the ice. That's 3 face-offs in a row for the Spartans center. A shot from the point, it deflected out in front. Rebound, sat in the slot, and is cleared out. Andres will dump that one into the near side corner where it's found by Charlebois, and he sends it back up the near side wall. Andres battles with Fronte. Down low is Charlebois behind the net. We'll send it to the point. Here's Lieberman has a shot. That one got blocked by his teammate out in front. Back to Lieberman on the point. Down low, hash mark. Centering pass, tried to find Lieberman. Couldn't. Andres will shoot and hit Caden Peters' skate out on top of the crease and deflected into the far side corner. Looks like Dan Johnson got tangled up with Charlebois on the far side wall there. Spartans bench wanted a call down to our right-hand side, but they're not going to get it. And we're going to see a face-off in the Flyers' end of the ice. 14:43 left to go in the first period.
Sam Zagat getting a workout early in this game, Logan. Not necessarily something that they want, but he's good under pressure. We've seen that many times throughout this season.
Face-off was won by the Spartans. Back to Andres, who tried a shot, but hit the left skate of Jack Selman and trickled all the way back into the Spartan zone. Flyers force a turnover. Here's McDonald into the zone. He has a drive, and that one is deflected wide. Logan Stumpf down low, battles with Cameron Andres, and he will send that one up the near side wall. Kept in by Stumpf, sent back down low. Flyers, I don't even know if had any shots on goal 6 minutes into this hockey game, as that one is sent all the way down for an icing. But really, I mean, not having a whole lot of offensive prowess, the Flyers aren't in period number one.
Flyers struggling to work the offense in this game, breaking down once they cross over the center line, it seems. All of a sudden, any kind of game plan goes out the window.
If they can at least make Jake Mihaljevic make a couple saves, make him work hard for that money. Here comes Grano into the zone. Still has the puck. Centering pass is broken up. Grano gets the rebound. Flyers now will bring it in. Logan Pickens 3-on-2. Stick handles around Shaniwis. Down around the net, kept in by Ricci on the point. Here comes the Spartans captain, Shaniwis, across the ice and into the Flyers zone. It's pressured hard there by Ricci, forced to send it around the net. Robertson battles in the corner, but it squirts out to Ricci, up to McDonald now. Into the Spartan zone is McDonald. He tries one, but that one's blocked by the skate of Tyler Shaniwis, and back into the Flyers zone it goes. Ricci now will try and work it in, unsuccessfully. And now Cade Nolmer's throwing the body around. At this point in the hockey game, Matt, I feel like something's got to change for the Flyers. They are still tied, which is a good thing, but they've got to make some sort of adjustment at this point.
Right.
Whether that's starting to pick up the physical play, whether that's skating in, getting the puck on net, do something to change up how this game has been going so far.
Right, and like I said, the Flyers, once they cross over the center line, it seems that all pace of play, any sort of game plan goes out the window. Defensively, spending a lot of time looking coordinated. And once again, when they cross over that center line, they need to start figuring that out and quickly.
The Spartans trying a quick shot there off that turnover, but it's stripped by Stumpf. His teammates are making a line change. Logan Stumpf still has the puck, is forced down to the Spartans' end. And the Flyers will try and slow it down. Puck careens back to Jake Mihaljevic. Here's Lieberman, tried a home run stretch pass, sent it right into the gut of Alex Fronte. Flyers at least trying to throw the body around a little bit. Here comes Ballantyne into the zone. His shot is up, flex all the way back out to the middle. Glove down by Dan Johnson. Some physical play both ways as Luke Ballantyne, Flyers force a turnover. Here's Alex Fronte into the zone. He's slashed ridiculously hard. The referee in the near side corner's got a penalty. We got a power play coming up for the Lewis Flyers.
Almost a little bit of a late call there. Well-deserved call.
Absolutely.
Fronte in on net. Best chance possibly the Flyers might have seen all games so far, besides the near tip-in by Logan Pickens off the pass from Brian Gutt. Flyers will work the power play now. Unsuccessful last game. They had 3 chances on the power play, a 3-on-5 and 2 4-on-5 chances. Weren't able to succeed on any of them. It's been a problem this whole season so far. Flyers haven't been able to succeed on the power play.
Lieberman took that slashing penalty. Flyers get their first chance of the game. They work the puck in the offensive zone. Logan Stumpf near side point, walks in, shoots, and that one's blocked out in front by Giadowski. Logan Stumpf tries to toe drag to the middle. The Spartans force a turnover. Back the other way comes the Spartans into the zone, and an excellent back check there from Josh McDonald and Logan Stumpf prevented that opportunity. That was Adrian Gombarczyk in on the kill. Here comes Brian Goot. Minute 20 left on their power play. They will set it up. McDonald on the point, can't handle it. Santino Grano sniffing around. McDonald's got to be careful. Logan Pickens across to Johnson. He's into the zone. Toe drag into the near side corner. Dan Johnson still has the puck far side now. Centering pass, trying to find Alagna, but he was well covered. Here's Braden Ricci. Sauces across the box. Pickens on the far side, sends it down low behind the net, where it's cleared all the way down by Tyler Shaniwis. Minute 15 gone on the Flyers power play. They've got 40 seconds left.
And so far, it's the same old as what I've been seeing. Lewis Flyers not able to capitalize on chances in front of net.
Jake Walensky forced that one in, but had it stripped, and again, the Spartans send it all the way down. Zagat comes out to play it. Flyers really doing their best to apply some sort of pressure here on the power play as Omer speeds into the zone. Leaves it for Benalagna. He shoots. A couple players out in front. Double deflection. Somehow still saved by Mihaljevic. Glove down far side corner. Penalty over. 5-on-5 hockey. Both teams battle. Away, Tom McGee sends it up the far side glass. Here's Charleboy. Centering pass, and that slap shot is blockered aside by Zagat. Up into the protective netting. He's forced to make a save off of that odd man break coming back the other way.
And I'll tell you what, Logan, Zagat still the only man really keeping them in this game so far. A lot of quality chances for the Aurora Spartans this game so far.
Grano back on the ice to take this draw. He's taken a lot of them and won most of them. He won that one forward. And the Spartans have the puck now. Toe drag in the middle. Backhand shot is blockered aside by Zagat. Cleared out. Here comes McDonald up the right wing side. Josh McDonald skates across the ice. He shoots, and that one went off the bottom of the glove of Jake Mihaljevic. And that was one of the better opportunities that the Flyers have had. Tyler Morefoot has a drive, and that one's fought up by Mihaljevic again. Tyler Morefoot was our guest on the Lewis University Hockey Podcast this week, and what do we tell him? You got to shoot the puck if you want to score.
And look exactly what he did there, taking it deep in behind the net. Not something I don't think we've seen before from him.
Luke Ballantyne is stood up by Dan Johnson to an ovation from his bench. There's been some contact between Ballantyne and Johnson already, and that'll be something to keep an eye on as Johnson waltzes into the zone and will fire that one on net. A little bit extracurricular activity behind the net with 7:44 left to go in the first period. We're all tied up, 0 goals aside.
Flyers, although not having anything scored, they've been able to pick up the pace so far at the latter half of this period. Plenty of offensive chances so far. The penalty kill, or the power play, rather, helped them out quite a bit. Yet another unsuccessful power play, but something to get the energy going.
I think, again, confidence is coming into play here a lot as that someone was run over on the point. Flyers have a shot, and that one is wide of the net. Again, Dan Johnson tangling it up with the physical contact. Spartans, Shaniwis forces that one out into the zone as Grano got caught up in the linesman's skates. Grano still has the puck on the Flyers' hash marks. Across to the far side, here's LaBouffe. Peters right in his kitchen, but LaBouffe's able to fight through it. Centering pass will trickle over to Zagat. And a chance on one side of the ice comes right back the other way. Flyers still able to keep that one out of the net. And we've got a couple of chances going both ways here early in the first.
And the Flyers can be a very physical team when they want to be, and they're picking up that pace in this latter half again of the period. And what we've seen is when they pick up the physicality of their play, they start scoring goals. They start wearing the opposition out. And if they can continue that physicality themselves.
Here come the Flyers into the zone. Stumpf with a 3-on-2. He will throw one on net. And that one's easily gloved down by Mihaljevic. And I think decision-making, again, key in this hockey game. I don't know if that was the right decision right there. Logan Stumpf, obviously you want to get some on net, some shot pucks on net.
Yeah.
But you're going in 3-on-2. That might be a time you want to slow it down a little bit and maybe have a higher quality look.
The Flyers struggling to get close in on Aurora's net as well.
That set face-off play, the Spartans trying to send Gwiazdowski ahead, but he did not win the race, so back in the Spartan zone we go. Fair face-off to Mihaljevic's left wing side, 6:43 left to go in the first. The tie-out puck sat there momentarily. It's kicked ahead to Charlebois. Here come the Spartans. Jonah Hart, he's into the Flyer zone. He has a shot, goes low glove on Sam Zagat. Jonah Hart has opened the scoring on the day today.
And this is something that I mentioned earlier in this period, the Lewis Flyers letting Aurora get close in on net. That's something that Jim Swartz mentioned many times to us on the podcast, in conversations, working on not allowing their opposition within 2 to 3 feet of the goal, because that's when they let up the most amount of goals, is when they let the opposition come close in on net. Clearly some things still to work on here.
Jonah Hart, I bet Zagat wishes he had that one back. Beats Zagat low glove side. And we got a penalty coming up to the Spartans again. High referee has called checking from behind. We'll see if this will be more than 2 minutes. But again, the Flyers will get a chance to answer right back for their second power play opportunity of this hockey game.
Second power play opportunity of the game. Hopefully they can capitalize on it this time. They have a string of unsuccessful power play opportunities throughout this season, including 4 in a row now as of this series with Aurora, going on their 5th chance for a power play, hoping to capitalize on it.
Gwiazdowski, Robert Gwiazdowski was the one who got that checking from behind penalty. It will only be 2 minutes as Logan Stump has a one-time drive from the top of the near side circle, but was only about 15 feet wide of the net. Logan Stump, the freshman on the team, had 1 goal last weekend against U of I. Really love to see his confidence build as the season goes on. You see him get more and more confident each game. Here's Dan Johnson across to Goot. Flyers will set up on the power play. Goot lost a handle. It's cleared all the way down by the Spartans. And as I was saying, though, Logan Stump really starting to come into his own a little bit, getting more comfortable playing ACHA hockey. I mean, it's no matter what way you look at it, it's going to be different. He came to us from the Chicago Jets, which, I mean, it's just a different experience for everyone. I mean, we've heard multiple people talk about it. Just that first game, you get those kind of jitters in your skates. That one's gloved down by Stump. He has a drive, and he hit the outside of the cage that time. But the Flyers couldn't keep it in. It's deflected all the way down. Back to get it is Omer. He's pressured by Gombarchek. Gombarchek, one of the goal scorers yesterday for the Spartans. Back the other way come the Flyers. Here's Jack Selman in 2-on-1. He has a low shot. And Caden Peter was there. Excuse me, that was Ricci on that 2-on-1 opportunity. But Selman chose to shoot that one early. And the Flyers' second power play has expired, unsuccessful. Back the other way comes Ricci. He drags and shoots. Puck is loose. Braden Ricci finds the garbage out in front, puts it in the back of the net, and ties this game up. 4:13 left to go in period number 1.
The Lewis Flyers able to capitalize shortly after the power play ends. Another unsuccessful power play. They're able to catch him off guard, though, right as the power play ends with a short breakaway. Flyers able to tie this one up 1-1. Finally capitalizing on a chance this game. It's going to put some energy back into the feet of these players to round out this period with 4:13 left as we come back to center ice. Ryan Gutt coming to line this one up, wins the draw.
The Flyers really finally were able to respond to all that pressure that they've been dealing with from the Spartans all game long. And they're going to look to get another quick one here with just under 4 minutes left to go in the first frame. And another shot. Quality opportunity. Flyers feeling good now. DePego on the far side will go across, tries to find Pickens, but he was tied up with Luke Ballantyne. The Flyers will slow it down and bring it back into their own zone. In on the forecheck is Gianmarco Grano. Spartans have a shot, and that puck sat below the goal line, and somehow Zagat was able to kick that left skate out and keep it out of the net. Spartans still have the puck. Centering pass is again sticked aside by Zagat. Flyers scrambling in their own defensive zone now. Kicked ahead, Luke Ballantyne tangled up with Jack Selman. Near side corner traffic jam, puck squirts out. Grano up to the point, McGee across. Shot from the point is patted aside by Zagat. Glove down. And I'm not sure what happened there. I think someone reached up and grabbed that puck. Never saw it come out of the glove, though, so the referee lost sight, blew the whistle, and we're going to see a face-off in the Flyers' end. 2:55 left to go in the first period.
I believe that was Liam Charlebois trying to glove that puck down. Right in front of net, trying to slap that one in. Coming forward also was Zagat and two of Lewis defensemen.
We're going to have a conversation on the right side of your frame there between the two referees. Not really sure what they were talking about. It's possible if Charlin Boyce grabs that puck out of the air, throws it in the net. You can't do that. Puck has to legally be propelled into the net with the stick blade.
Right.
Can't throw it in there, can't bat it in there, can't headbutt it in there as Andrew Shaw did a couple years ago for the Chicago Blackhawks. So not sure if what conversation was being had there as the Flyers turn that one over. Shot from the point is blocked out in the slot. Down low. Here's Grano behind the net. Centering pass. Puck squirted out. Sat in the slot. Battle. And Selman comes in and cleans house. And again, an ovation from the bench. Puck comes back to him. Jim Sawyer not happy with something going on down there. A stick is broken. A couple broken sticks yesterday, from what I understand, talking to a couple of the players. Those sticks are expensive. Got to be more careful. Here comes Ulmer into the zone on his forehand. He rips one, and that one's fought off by Mihaljevic, and it will go deflect up into the protective netting. And we will have another stoppage of play. 2:01 left to go in the first period.
After a questionable decision to bring the puck back towards Zagat for the Flyers, scrambling on defense, able to finally get themselves back down onto the offensive end of the ice as Ulmer sets up for the faceoff and wins the draw.
Spartans had their momentum kind of crushed by the Flyers with that first goal, as that one will be sent all the way down to Zagat. But again, there's a lot of time left, minute 50 in period number one. It'd be a gut punch, as they call it, if either team could score with this little time left before the intermission. 1-2 Andres on the point. He walks to the middle and shoots, but Zagat saw that one the whole way, and so we'll try again near side faceoff dot.
Flyers struggling to keep the puck out of their own end now as we reach the final minutes of this period. And as you said, a gut punch would not be favorable.
Again, won by the Spartans. Andres had a shot. It went in and out of the glove of Zagat, thankfully cleared by Flyers defense. Braden Ricci sends that one around to Andres on the point. He walks in, shoots again in and out of the glove of Zagat as Ricci's cleaning house in the slot. With speed, here comes Logan Stumpf up the left wing side. Dangles to the middle. Stumpf is hip checked and flipped over by the Spartans defenseman. That was Cameron Andres with that hip check. Flyers force a turnover. Goot turns and fires. And that one goes right in the breadbasket of Jake Mihaljevic. And that's some old school hockey right there, Matt. Haven't seen a hip check in person in quite some time.
Been quite a long time for myself, Logan. Flyers able to create some offensive chances late in the first period here.
Minute 5 left to go. See if we have any more pucks entering the back of the net in these final 60 seconds. Again, that puck is lofted all the way back to Zagat. And so we're going to see a face-off in the Flyers' defensive zone with 53 seconds left to go.
We've seen Aurora's strategy here is to just shoot the puck down the ice straight to Zagat. Zagat's going to glove it 9 times out of 10. Allowing Aurora an easy way into their offensive zone of the ice.
Spartans won that face-off. On the point now, here's LeBouf. He has a drive. That one goes up off the glass and deflects back into his own zone. Back to get it is Shaniwis. Spartans captain sends it up to Ballantyne. He tries the breakout pass across to Charlotte Boyce. In it goes to the Flyers' end. 25 seconds left to go. Centering pass by Grotto, and a shot is fought off by Zagat as he was diving from left to right to make that stop. Flyers can't get the puck out. Here's Grotto, near side corner, and that one deflected into the far side. 10 seconds left to go. A battle in front of the net between Charlotte Boyce and DePego as that one squirts out front. Puck sat in the slot. 2 seconds left. And we got a penalty right at the horn. Referee at center ice has his hand up. We've got, not sure what the call will be.
Either way.
Tripping is the call. I'm not sure who that's on. Whether the Flyers will be on the kill or have another power play, but I guess we'll find out. It looks like that penalty was on Josh DePego. The Flyers will be shorthanded to start off period number 2. Thoughts on the first, Matt?
Flyers struggling defensively and offensively, both ends of the ice. In my opinion, lucky to get away with the goal. And the Flyers are going to have to do a lot of work to keep themselves in this game, to win this game. They're letting the Spartans in close. Again, something Jim Swear has wanted to work on was not letting teams like the Spartans come within a couple feet of the net, Logan, and unfortunately that's what we've seen a lot of so far. And Lewis not being able to do the same. A lot of their shots coming from far out near the blue line, near the point, and they need to work on being able to get closer in.
Yeah, well, we'll see what period has to bring in just a couple minutes. You're watching Flyers hockey right here on the Lewis University Television Network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Lewis University Television Network. Logan Kapp alongside Matt Carlson today for Flyers hockey. As the Flyers are taking on the visiting MSOE Raiders. Well, a couple positives for being in the offensive zone. Number one, it's really easy to score. It's a lot harder to score when you're in your defensive zone. And number two, it's a lot harder for the other team to score when they're playing 200 feet away from your goal. So here's Ernsting in his own shot. He scores! Scotty Ernsting opens the scoring early for the Flyers.
And that's exactly what we're talking about right there. That offensive zone time earning them shots on goal. You can convert those into goals. And we're up 1-0 already. 17:33 left to play in the period. And welcome back, Logan Kapp, after those technical difficulties.
Thank you. Yeah, Matt, sorry, apologize. I think we got it all sorted out, though, so I think we should be back and hopefully not have any more issues. But you sounded good. I appreciate you filling in for me while we were sorting all that stuff out.
Talking to all but nobody.
Well, since we were down, the Flyers are now up by 2 goals.
Yes.
So maybe we should go down more often. I think if that's going to result in a Flyers goal, I don't know.
I think the people want to see this. The Flyers are doing quite well offensively in this first period. A lot of, what we missed. There's a lot of offensive zone time for the Flyers. So
it looks like they've been really having their foot down on the gas pedal here early. Seems that the Raiders are scrambling a little bit here early. Don't really know what to do with the Flyers' attack as they're into the Flyers zone, and that pass is broken up with an excellent stick from Braden Robertson. Up comes Dan Johnson into the Raiders zone, shoots, and that one's right into the logo of Dietrich, and he will hold on. And again, discipline hockey being a strong point for Flyers hockey this season. No retaliation. Here's Braden Robertson. He tries one, and that one is a little bit wide of the net. Down low, here's Stump, far side, centering pass, and Ernsting, one touch deflects it right between the wickets of Ben Dietrich, and that's a first period hat trick for Scotty Ernsting.
He absolutely on fire this game so far, coming over to the bench looking like, it's all in a day's work, boys.
Everything seems to be falling into place for the Flyers here early in the first. A turnover. Here's Ernsting. 3 goals already. Ernsting, that fancy dangle. Backhand shot is saved by Dietrich. Again, when he's hot, he's hot. Scotty Ernsting showing why we call him the Magic Man. Puck is gloved down. Here comes Braden Ricci into the zone. Shot, Ricci forgot a rebound. Backhand shot is just high of the net. Not sure how Braden Ricci kept that puck on his stick, as Dan Johnson was tangled up there with Grobarek. He tries a shot, goes off the crossbar, Grobarek just did. And here comes Wilninski into the Raiders zone with speed on his forehand, tries one, and that one's blocked by Kenny Cavers. He battles with Belmonte as Morefoot keeps that one in. Tyler Morefoot working hard in the offensive zone. Cuts to the middle. Morefoot still has the puck. Leaves it for Ernsting. And Dietrich will dive on top of that one and slow it down. Flyers looking like their first period selves on that shift and get some fresh troops. Logan Maddox, captain, will try his shot. And that one, I believe, is just wide. Logan Maddox down far side corner. Tried a centering pass. It's broken up by Fronte. In behind the net now, Grobarek will leave it for Maddox. Spin around, Logan Maddox tries to roof it, and Zagat was ready, pressed up against that left post, and shut the door. Sam Zagat standing tall here in period number 2. Far side is kept in. Schoenfielder will send it behind the Flyers net, but it's picked up by Brian Goot. Here comes Goot, the Flyers captain with speed into the Raiders zone on his forehand. Goot's got it, centering pass right to Sam Warner, and he finds the back of the net. Flyers ahead by 4 goals. Sam Warner finding the back of the net for the Lewis Flyers, taking them up by 4 goals with 11:04 left to go in period number 2. You love the tenacity being shown by the Flyers forwards there as that point shot is blocked out on the top of the circles. Flyers still have the puck. Here's Ernsting on his forehand, still has it. Scotty Ernsting missed the net. Rebounds.
And the net comes off again. Making time number 4.
I think it's that net on that side. I don't know, maybe they got to inspect the moorings or something, but.
Dietrich's not a small guy either. Not something you see too often, but, it comes in handy.
Alagna with a surprise shot is turned aside by Dietrich. And it looks like he took Selman out. We got a penalty coming up to the Raiders. It's Jack Selman to the middle. Here's Ulmer. And he's going to give Dan Johnson a penalty too? Wow.
I can't. What is going on?
Wow. Zach Mayer was tangled up with Johnson on the side of the net. And I'm not sure if words were exchanged.
I was watching I was watching that develop over there, behind Dietrich, and I didn't see anything personally. Maybe if we were to watch it back, but.
Here's Caden Ulmer. Will speed through the neutral zone. Here comes Ulmer on the right wing side. Is taken down on the blue line by Sebastian Pacocha. I think they also took out the linesman there, who is wearing significantly less padding, I might add. So there's some commotion on the Flyers bench, and Alagna doesn't have a stick. But maybe he stole, I think a member of the Raiders team stole Johnson's stick. And puck in front of the net, save 2-3 by Zagat. He keeps it out of the net. Jim Swoyer palms up on the bench, demanding an explanation.
And Selman gets shoved down to the ice, and that's that disciplined hockey. He might be getting sent to the box here. Yes, he will.
Groberek sent to the box. Assistant coach Dylan Parshall looking for an explanation. I think they're trying to get
somebody have
a stick back. I think that was Ben Alagna's stick.
Yes. So we have a stolen stick, and then I'd love to know why Groberek is pushing and shoving. I mean, he earned that penalty that he's serving at this moment.
Jim Swoyer fired up on the bench.
What is going on?
A focus point in their practice plan. As that opportunity is saved by Zagat. He went sliding into the corner. It looks like a strap has come off his helmet. Zagat still in the net for the moment. Far side is Morefoot as he kicks that one ahead to Sam Warner. Traffic jam in the far side is found by Maddox. Shot squeaked through, and that rebound was cleared by Alagna. Ben Alagna saved a goal. But again, we'll keep an eye to our right-hand side as Ulmer will send that one behind his own net. Couldn't be found on the point. Here's Harubi. He tried a shot. Off comes Dietrich, extra attacker for the Raiders. Flyers force a turnover. Here's Selman. He sends it off the boards. Jack Selman from his own zone. Jack Selman playing the angle. Will pot that one home to take his team back ahead by 3 goals. Far side traffic jam. Bernard is there along with Schoenfielder, and that will do it. Flyers have earned another win. Ooh, at home with some fisticuffs after the horn sounds. Either way, the Flyers extend their winning streak to 4 games.
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
It helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
Lewis University is
All right, welcome back to Lewis University Television Network. Logan Kapp alongside Matt Carlson for period number 2 of Flyers hockey. After one period, the score is all tied up, 1 goal aside, courtesy of Braden Ricci for the Flyers and Jonah Hart for the Spartans. The Spartans will start this second period on the power play. And they will convert. Did not see the goal, was looking down. Not sure exactly how that went in the net, but either way, the Spartans convert on the power play just 30 seconds into period number 2. Gianmarco Grano led his team through the line. Had 1 goal yesterday against the Flyers, 1 goal last week. Adds another tally for his team today. And the Flyers are now down 2-1. Flyers really coming out of that intermission kind of in slow motion. Maybe it was the penalty kill, or maybe it was just 4 periods of hockey in 2 days. I mean, it's tiring for anyone, but they're going to want to try and bounce back quickly.
And it's as tiring for Aurora as it is, for Lewis. So it's up to Lewis to really come out here and attack during this period, Logan.
Here's Logan Pickens. Tries to dangle around Gwiazdowski. And Pickens and Gwiazdowski are tangled up. Here's Goot in the near side corner. Closes off Jonah Hart. As that puck gets sent up to the point. Lieberman has a drive from the point. Puck is loose. Zagat couldn't hang on. Back the other way comes the Flyers.
And with it is Logan Pickens trying to get a shot off, and a big save by Jake Malovic. As the Flyers are going to be able to reset in the offensive zone of the ice here. As Jake Olnitsky sets it up on the draw. Olnitsky winning the draw there, gets on to Johnson. Johnson with a shot goes off the pads.
The Flyers can get an early one. I think, again, we talked about it a little bit earlier, their confidence level. If they can be shown that they have the ability to put the puck in the net, they've seen it already early. They just got to find that ability again. Garano sends it up to the point, kept in by Lieberman. That puck is shot on goal, and Wilninski's taken down, and the Flyers will be going back to the power play. Joshua Yanetta took down Wilninski and will put his team down by 1 for the next 2 minutes.
And we'll see if the Flyers can pounce on this chance. This will be their 3rd time this game on the power play. Flyers unsuccessful so far. Able to jump the gun right after their last power play in this game, though. Their only goal in the game.
Won by the Flyers, McDonald to Pickens. They will set up, the Flyers will. And Dan Johnson out in front of the net, got tangled up with someone out in front. That was Justin LaBouffe, I think, or Cameron Andres. Either way, Johnson will negate the power play for the Lewis Flyers. That's not what we needed to see.
And once again, we're talking about the Flyers trying to capitalize on these power plays. Again, unable to do so. And they'll eventually have to go on the penalty kill for 8 or so seconds.
That faceoff is won by the Spartans. 4-on-4 hockey, a lot of open ice out there. Flyers have the speedsters on the ice. Here comes Ulmer. Back to Alagna in on his backhand in the offensive zone. Ulmer tried to leave it for Ulmer. And that is kept in by the Flyers captain. Charlotte Boyce behind the net. Will reverse it. Up the left wing side comes Lieberman. He's into the zone. Lieberman on his backhand tries to pull it to the middle, but could not find it. A cross-ice pass finds Luke Ballantyne. Liam Charlebois. And Charlebois has taken his team ahead by 2 with 16:52 left to go in the second period.
Flyers really getting caught out defensively in this game so far, Logan, leaving a lot of space for the Spartans to get in close to Ziget. And as good as Ziget can be, he can't stop everything. And eventually, the more shots you let them take, they're going to score.
Here comes the Flyers into the zone. Ricci looking to respond quick, as he's almost put it right into his own bench there by Tom McGee. And that one gets sent all the way down by the Flyers, and they have iced the puck.
Flyers are going to have to take this time to re-coordinate here, reset themselves, now down by 2. 2 quick goals scored by the Spartans. Try to recuperate off the draw here in their own end of the ice. As Pickens will set up for it, Logan.
Face off as it gets right wing side is blocked. That shot is. The Flyers can't get it out. Down low, it's sent by Kimbrough, but he's closed off by Jack Selman. Here come the Flyers in 2-on-2. Selman in on the right wing side. Lost his handle as it poked into the corner by Shaniwis. Up to the point, here's Ricci, has to see it across and get it. Ricci tried to keep that one in, looked into me, but in the opinion of the linesman, he could not keep that one on sides. And so with 16:11 left to go in the second period, we're going to see a face-off right outside the Flyers bench.
And that offside call may have been a saving grace. Nearly getting caught out for a breakaway there, leaving Ziget all alone in between his posts.
Here's Shaniwis. Will reverse it. McDonald couldn't quite intercept that pass. All the way back into the Flyers zone it goes. Morefoot's behind the net to get it. Battles with Charlebois. And Goot swoops in to pick it up. Brian Goot around behind. Here's Alagna. Will skate it up the middle of the zone. And he runs into a brick wall right there. Tyler Shaniwis in as Brian Goot. He has a shot. Goes off the crossbar. That one might have went in the back of the net. Penalty to Johnson is over. We're back playing 5-on-5. To me, that looked like it hit the back crossbar. It didn't quite make a ting noise. It made more of a thud. Either way, back into the Flyers' end it goes. Here's Grano, far side corner. Back down low it goes. Centering pass couldn't be found by anyone. Lieberman on the point. He will send it down low. Grano turns and fires. Blocker save by Zagat. Popped up, and Zagat will pop on top of that one. Do we think that will went in the net over here?
You know, I think so. And like you said, there was no ting noise. The classic, you hit the crossbar, came back out. It's a disappointing noise to hear. It didn't happen. It kind of sounded more like it hit off of Mahalovic, hit the top netting, and came right back out again.
Well, I definitely don't think it hit the goalie. I mean,
no?
I saw it just go in behind, and so it either had to go off the crossbar or off the inside crossbar at the top side of the back, top shelf, the back side of the top shelf, either way. And that puck is cleared all the way down, and so we're going to see a face-off back in the Flyers' end.
Either way, I think Spartans getting away with one there. In the opinion of the ref, there was no goal. That will set up, as you said, on the Lewis Flyers' defensive end of the ice as Omer wins the draw to Ricci.
Lieberman kept that one in and is given the business there by Stump. Spartans have it down below the net. They tried a centering pass. It was broken up by Ricci. Forced a turnover. Here's Grano. He tried a centering pass, and that one trickles into the near side corner. Jonah Hart around behind, has it far side corner. Is pressured by Peter. The Flyers still can't get it out. Down below the net. Here's Hart. He dances away from a couple hits, up to the point now. Here's Justin LeBouf. He has a drive, back to Hart. He rips one, another shot right there by Santino. Grano is handled by Zagat. And there was a couple block shots out in front of Zagat that time, but no harm, no foul, as all of them were kept out of the back of the net. Flyers doing a great job helping out their netminder here in period number 2. Face-off won by the Flyers. Down low to the Spartans, centering pass. And it was broken up by Morefoot, who did an excellent job because that net was wide open. And another shot is handled by Zagat. We're going to see another face-off in the Flyers' end of the ice.
Flyers doing well to keep the puck away from net, having a hard time getting down the ice with the puck, though, as they get stranded out back here.
Walninski trying to go around behind. It's sent back to Morefoot in the far side corner, who's given the business by a member of the Spartans forecheck. Backhanded out by Fronte. Again, Flyers trying to pick it up. Here's Shaniwis into the zone. Shot on the ice is patted into the far side corner. Shaniwis gets his own rebound. Behind the net, centering pass is shot wide by Grano. Far side, Fronte battles. Flyers come away with the puck. Here's Wilninski up the right wing side, across to Johnson. Over the blue line, here's Dan Johnson in the near side corner. Centering pass to Wilninski, and he fanned on it. Will come out to Charlebois, who is coming off from a line change.
I think McDonald a little frustrated with that pass. He's wide open at the point.
McDonald turned it over, and that one-timer hit the side of the net. But a dangerous turnover there for the Flyers. Here's Luke Ballantyne on his forehand. Will dance through to the point, and that one is thrown on net down below the goal line, kicked into the corner. Here's Dan Johnson. Poked up by McDonald, and he couldn't quite pull it and gain full possession. Back in are the Spartans. A slap shot this time by Kimbrough is handled by Zagat. Across to McDonald. He's in on Cameron Andres as his teammates are making a line change. Tom McGee sends it up. In comes Grano. Closed off by Goot. Grano still has the puck on his forehand. A spin-around shot in the slot by Charlotte Boyce is wide of the net. Traffic jam on the near side hash marks. McDonald comes away with the puck. He's in 2-on-1. Logan Pickens is with him. McDonald couldn't pull the puck to his forehand as he gets tangled up there with McGee in the near side corner. Definitely starting to see some tempers flare out there on the ice. Physical contact picking up on both sides of the puck as that one is sent all the way down by the Spartans. We're going to see a face-off in Aurora's end. 11:06 left to go in the second frame.
And just being near the bench here, Flyers not looking all too happy with plays maybe others are making on the team, passes that should be made, shots that need to be taken, time that needs to be taken. They need to settle this so they can get some goals back, some shots even.
Still looking to respond to those two most recent goals by the Spartans. That one stick down by Grano. Into the zone he goes. Grano has a shot. Caught Zagat off guard. Beat him upstairs high glove side. And the Flyers are now down by 3 goals.
And what leads into this goal is DePego is sitting right in front of the puck carrier and isn't really sure which way he's going to go. Turns around, chooses the wrong side, leaves Zagat with a man coming right at him, nobody defending. And that was an unfortunate circumstance there, as the Flyers look to set up on the faceoff.
Flyers seeming to fall apart there, as the Spartans are back in and out of the glove. That shot is by Jonah Hart. Zagat trying to bounce back. To the point is Lieberman. Sends it down low. Griadowski behind the net. Back up to Lieberman on the point. Ran into a big left shoulder by Dan Johnson as he gets that puck back, but Wilninski couldn't quite clear the zone in time, and so that play is offside.
Not much he could do about that one, trying to rush himself on near center ice, away from the blue line, and he couldn't quite make it.
10:19 left to go in the second period. Flyers down 4-1. Looking to do anything to respond. The onslaught of goals brought by the Aurora Spartans. Here's Brian Goot working hard in the offensive zone. Tangled up with Shaniwis in the far side corner. Kept in by the Flyers. Here's McDonald near side of Ricci. He has a shot. That one deflected off the skate of Goot. Centering pass is again found by the Flyers. Back the other way. Here's Kimbrough into the Flyers zone. He leaves it back to Kimbrough. It goes. And Ricci on the back check broke that one up. Here's Grano. He tried a centering pass that got broken up. And again, the Flyers bring it back out. Brian Goot in on the right wing side. Battles through a couple hits by Shaniwis. And eventually it's sent around by Lieberman. Kept in by Alagna on the point. Ben Alagna. He will slow it down to Goot. He has a drive. That one's blocked by Yanida out in front. Ricci on the far side. Down low to Pickens. He will send it around to Selman on the near side. Alagna on the point. He walks in, has a drive. And that one goes off the skate of Logan Pickens. Flyers at least controlling a little bit in the offensive zone right there. To no avail, but again, at least they're having some offensive zone time. 8:55 left to go in the second period. Ricci to Pickens. They will go across the ice. Selman will stick that one in as his teammates come off for a change. Behind the net near side corner is Stump, sends it back down low to Cameron Andres on the far side. And that was Griadowski, ran into a big shoulder there by Alagna. And again, a couple Physical plays as Luke Ballantyne runs into a big body check by Morefoot.
Louis Flyers looking to bring that physicality back into this game. Is what I was talking about in the first period. They play better as a physical team, keeping that discipline, but still making sure they're known out on the ice. And all of a sudden, they're getting the puck back more often.
Logan Stumpf will send it in and come off for a change as Lieberman is back to get it in his own zone. Sent around to Ballantyne, but he couldn't find it. DePego now backs up into his own zone. See a couple surges of high energy play here in the second. I think overall pace of play starting to slow down in this hockey game. Here comes Dan Johnson up the left wing side. Tries one as he enters the zone, but that one's blocked out in front. Here's DePego to Ricci. 7:20 left to go in the second period. Flyers look to get it in. Sent in by Fronte. Down behind the net by Shaniwis. Up the right wing side, here comes Grombarczyk. He has a shot. That's patted aside by Zagat. McGee will go ahead and send that one into the Flyers zone. Found by the captain, Brian Goot. The Flyers can't get it out, forced the turnover. Griadowski has what shot that goes right into the logo of Sam Zagat, and he decides to hold on, slow it down a little bit. 6:41 left to go in the second period. Flyers down 4-1.
And a good choice by Zagat to hold on to that one. Starting to get pelted by shots in there near side, and he's seeing a lot more of that puck than I'm sure he wants to. Flyers again starting to lose energy, like you said. Need to start picking up that physical pace like they were a couple minutes ago.
Ricci will loft that one up. Here comes Josh McDonald. He skates across the blue line and has it poked away by Lieberman. Back in is Alagna, but that one was offsides.
And on the far side, I believe that was Caden Ulmer, who was just beyond where he wanted to be on the blue line, nearly falling over trying to get back. Good effort nonetheless.
Ulmer and Kimbrough on this draw. Ulmer wins it. Gloved down by the Flyers forward. McGee across. Sends Grano into the Flyers zone. Couldn't quite gain possession. Ulmer will send it back to Dan Johnson. Flyers look kind of unorganized, really on all sides of the puck right now. Kind of forgetting where they're coming from a little bit. Need to get back to basics. Puck's in deep. Puck's on net. That's how you score goals, playing the offensive zone. As that puck bounced around in the slot, is still there. Spartans look for it. Here's Grano try to shot, but had it stripped. Back comes Logan Pickens. And the Flyers will make a full line change as the Spartans trying to send that one ahead to Grano. And the Flyers frustrated here in the second period. Wilninski up the left wing side, battles through a couple hits. Wilninski is closed off by Ballantyne. Here comes Braden Ricci. Tries to send it to Werner. We saw Sam Werner put the puck in the back of the net last time the Flyers were here. DePego now. Can't get the puck in. Tennis match in the neutral zone. Pretty unorganized hockey on both sides of the puck at this point. Here comes Alex Fronte. On the right wing side, has a drive. That's blockered aside by Mihaljevic. Puck tried to be drive to the front by Ulmer, and it was stripped by Shaniwis. That was the first time we said Jake Mihaljevic's name in quite a long time. Shaniwis walks to the middle and fires, but that one's blockered aside by Zagat. Brian Goot in the far side corner. Sends it up to Werner. who literally just gives it right away to Tyler Shaniwis, and he will send it back into the Flyers zone.
You talk about the sloppiness of play right now. I can't really believe I'm watching the same team as we were in maybe the first period. It's not something that we really like to see here. Something needs to happen during this next intermission. I'm not really sure this game's going to keep going the way they want it to go.
Flyers just need to get one before the end of period number 2. They got a lot of time left. 3:33 left to go in period number 2 as DePego tries to push it in. To no avail. Stick to hand. Here's Logan Stumpf. With speed, will dangle it in the offensive zone and is just pushed down to the ice by Justin LeBouf. In comes Jonas Hart. Hart's in, and he's dragged down by Alagna. And we're going to see another power play for the Spartans. Ben Alagna took down Jonah Hart. Probably took away a high-quality scoring chance, but will put his team short for the next 2 minutes with 3:07 left to go in period number 2.
Flyers need to start keeping this game simple. They're trying to get a little too fancy out there. Just keep this game simple, boys. Keep it simple, stay physical, keep the energy going, keep yourself motivated. And it's all it's going to take. Put one in the back of the net.
This is where I bring up the KISS method. You know about the KISS method?
I certainly do.
Keep it simple, stupid. That's what we need to do. That point shot is turned aside by Zagat. And the Flyers will exchange troops. Minute 40 left on their kill. Here comes Shaniwis with speed up the left wing side into the Flyers zone. Across the near side, Grano has a shot. Zagat didn't know where it was, but kept it out of the net. Up to the point, here's Shaniwis to Grano. That puck is slapped all the way out by the Flyers. It was touched with a high stick by Shaniwis. Called by the referee in the neutral zone. So we're going to see a face-off now in the Aurora end of the ice. That's kind of a weird play.
Something new for a change.
2:23 left to go in the second period. Minute 16 left on Ben Alagna's penalty. Offensive zone opportunity for the Flyers.
We'll see what they can make of it. Need a goal quick here.
Unsuccessful on that faceoff was Alex Fronte. The Spartans will set it up. Caught by Peter on the red line. Caden Peter will bring it in and come off for a line change. Back the other way with speed is LeBouf. Leaves it on the point for Charlebois. Back into the point, Shaniwis. Charlebois far side hash marks. Shaniwis. Near side slap shot is well wide of the net. That was Grano. Spartans captain Shaniwis couldn't keep it in. It's brought back in by Liam Charlebois. Comes back to him, far side hash marks. Near side to Lieberman. He walks in, shoots, and I think that one got blocked by Ricci out in front. LeBouf on the point. Down low it goes. Spartans behind the net. Here's Kimbrough. Across. A shot by LeBouf is turned aside by Zagat. Charlebois to LeBouf. Lieberman near side. Slap pass to LeBouf on the far side. Charlebois. And I don't think he got all that one. Kept in on the point. Lieberman. Back to the far side is LeBouf. That shot hit something out in front. Lieberman has a drive that couldn't find anyone. Here come the Spartans. Ulmer sends Goot ahead. He's into the zone. Brian Goot, Flyers captain, has a shot. Rebound found by Logan Pickens out on the top of the blue paint. Flyers respond finally to the Aurora goal. Flyers are only down by 2 with 47 seconds left to go in period number 2.
That's a big sigh of relief for the Lewis Flyers. 47.0 left on the clock there. And as you said, that one's going to keep the Flyers' hopes alive. They needed to knock one in the back of the net. There's some good offensive play there as the penalty kill had just expired. Some new energy in the team after a line change. Keep it simple, stupid, just like you said. Put one in the back of the net. And there you go, 4-2.
Logan Pickens is having quite the season thus far. Had a hat trick not too long ago here at Canlan. And that one's brought back in by the Spartans. 25 seconds left to go. Down below the goal line is Gwiazdowski. And the Flyers force a turnover. That was the play, Matt. As Brian Goot has just taken a penalty. Gwiazdowski ran into a big shoulder from Goot. Not even sure if he intended to do that, but was kind of just skating, and they collided, and Brian Goot, being much stronger on his skates, took out Gwiazdowski. And that will prompt the conversation by the referees at the center ice dot.
Brian's a strong player.
Interference has been called.
It's easy for him to throw his body around, even unintentionally.
Again, he's just strong on his skates, and he collide like that. I mean, that's a tough call, but the Flyers will be back on the kill with just 6 seconds left in period number 2. And they will start period number 3 on the penalty kill. Started period number 2 on the power play. We're unsuccessful. That faceoff is won by the Spartans, cleared all the way down by Jack Selman. And that will do it on period number 2. Not as good for the Lewis Flyers. Final score after 2 periods. I guess not final score, but score after 2 periods. Flyers are down 4-2. They will start period number 3 on the penalty kill. As you can see, kind of in the middle of your frame there, Flyers captain Brian Goot having a conversation with all 4 referees. Probably trying to plead his case a little bit as to ask why he got that penalty. Either way, though, he will sit for another minute 55 at the start of period number 3. And we'll be back in about 13 minutes with that period. You're watching Flyers hockey right here on the Lewis University Television Network. And today, our other esteemed guest is Flyers defenseman Tyler Morefoot, also known as Footy. Welcome.
Hi, what's up?
I love it. Off to a great start. Is that what you like to go by as Footy today, or Tyler?
It's whatever you want to call me.
Hey, you in the corner.
Is that something that you go by? You told the guys on the team, hey, you guys should call me this. They just gave it to you?
No, Josh DePago.
Oh, yeah.
I told you this before, but like me and him played together, and like started freshman year, everyone just started calling me Footy because of a teacher.
Yeah.
A teacher that I had was like Morefoot, and he goes, Footy. And he just starts calling me Footy the whole class. And a couple of guys on the team were in that class, so they just started calling me Footy at practice.
But you're not allowed to claim your own.
Yeah, okay.
It just happens.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to work.
You can't give yourself a nickname.
That's true.
No. It just happens.
No, it was one of the funny things when I was back in high school in track and field. I was not a team captain my junior year, but they all decided to call me that anyway. So they just come up to me, Captain, and start saluting me for no reason.
Well, today's podcast is about our friend over here, Footy. And so we kind of wanted to we are continuing our senior series today with you as our guest. And we kind of want to get your background, hockey background and otherwise. And then we can kind of just see what led you to play hockey at Lewis, I guess, is where we can start there.
Okay. That's good. So
okay. wherever you think your hockey journey began, maybe we can start there.
I would say my hockey journey started like when I decided to just go skate, just in general. I'm like open like just free skates at Arctic, And I told my dad that I want to play hockey. So then I started doing like these learn to play hockey things.
Was this at Arctic? You did
Yeah,
this?
everything was at Arctic.
Okay.
I started at Arctic and played there for like ever.
Yeah. So did you were like with Chris Seamock and all those guys down there? Were you? Okay.
Yeah, I was. And then I went to the Junior Fury. I played there for a year. And then I went to the Vikings. That's where I stayed all the way up until high school, then I went to Providence. I played there for 3 years. My junior year, I played at the Hawks because I didn't make the team. So I'm going to go to the Hawks. I went there, and I came back my senior year because of the crowds at Providence would get.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I wanted that experience, and then COVID happened, so I didn't really get that.
Oh, no.
So like when they take the quarters and they slam them on the...
I don't think people would do that.
Oh, they do that. No. First of all, they do that, and it is...
Providence is actually... I've dealt with them having to do that.
I've never really been in the crowds, so I didn't really know what was going on.
You know what I'm talking about.
The most annoying sound you've
Logan,
ever heard.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I'm well aware of that.
Yes.
I've had a couple of Friday night bouts in championship rink, and the whole around the perimeter, and it's just all quarters.
It's all quarters.
I was there on when they made it to the the Kennedy Cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in the crowd watching, and it was just packed.
Yep.
Were you banging on the glass with the quarters?
No, I was on like the away side, on like that little rail, so I can really reach the glass.
So Providence is a huge hockey school then in that respect, maybe.
It was when I was there. I don't really know how it is now.
Sure.
I would say it still is.
Well, Nick is still the coach.
Yeah.
He's still there. He's a good guy.
Okay.
You know Nick well.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. So did you, you started skating at Arctic, and you kind of went through the ranks then there, right?
Oh,
you started
yeah.
Junior Fury and then to the Vikings, and then, what made you want to keep stepping up? Were you just loving it that much? You're like, yeah.
Well, I just didn't really want to leave. Arctic was close, so I was like, I don't want to drive anywhere else. It's close, it's easy. I like the Vikings, so I just stayed there.
Yeah, and you said it was close, and then I guess brings up the other point that we were just talking about beforehand, is that you and I grew up in the same neighborhood.
Yeah, we did.
And for some reason, I just do not remember that. I don't know, and you made the claim that you were at my house.
Yeah, I just never really talked to you or saw you.
Never?
What?
No,
Never? Am I really that forgettable?
No,
What?
I saw you before. We just never
You're just not very approachable.
I guess not.
But you said you hung out with his brother?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And so, was this a regular occurrence, or was this like a one-time thing?
No, it was pretty regular. Almost every day.
Yeah, Logan, no recollection of this, Logan, at all?
Apparently not.
I would just ride my bike down to your house, hang out with them.
Oh, okay.
Like all day, basically.
Oh, maybe they were just outside and you weren't there.
Maybe.
Yeah, we were outside.
Oh.
Okay.
Majority of the time.
And
there was a
street hockey.
Yeah. So, but I guess he's younger than you, right? Because he just turned 21 literally this week. And so you're older than 21 though, right? Because you're a senior.
I'm still 21.
Oh. Yeah. So maybe I guess you're not that much apart. Okay. Huh. Well, to me, I don't know. I just feel like that was crazy because I knew my dad knew your dad, and I knew that for sure. And then you come to find out you were at my house.
you just weren't in the loop.
Apparently not. No, maybe I just was not paying attention, or I don't know.
Probably not.
You had
taking
priorities.
a nap or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's kind of weird. How was that? Was that? Now I'm going to drill you about that. Was that? Did you get some nice snacks in my house? What was going on here?
We basically stayed outside the whole time. Yeah. There was one or two times I was in your house. We went downstairs and played some hockey.
There you go. Yeah, a lot of hockey in my house. But so then to get back to your playing career, then you go to Providence. Is that why you went to Providence? Was to play hockey?
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know. I was I'm at Arctic. Rick Clement comes out to one of our games, and then after that game, I get an email from Providence saying that I should go to their freshman skate or whatever, incoming freshman skate. So I go there, I like it, and then I end up taking a test and I just go there because it was like a last second decision.
Oh,
because the entrance exams were happening 2 weeks before I got asked to go there to like go to that skate. So then I'm like, oh, I like it here. So I went.
Oh, might as well. If you like it, you like it. And then that's where you met Josh DePego as well, right?
Yes.
That's where your first experience with any current Flyers players. How was playing with Josh?
Oh, I liked it. He was my D partner.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Oh, so familiarity then.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And so was he then the reason you wanted to come to Lewis, or was he? No. Okay.
He didn't convince you at all?
Not at all. Okay.
I didn't really know he was there until I showed up to a skate my senior year of high school, and I see him there. I'm like, oh, what are you doing here?
It's like I play here now.
And I mean, so you were sold on Lewis then before you wanted to come play hockey here?
Well, I knew the coach and I knew Mark. So
Yeah.
I emailed him and I go, is there a possibility that I could play for you? And he goes, yeah, come out to a skate. So I do. And then I just made the decision right there. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go to Lewis because I can play hockey.
I love that about
Well,
you.
there
You're
you
just
go.
like,
He's like,
bam,
yep.
I want to come play Providence High School or hockey at Providence. Bam, we're going to go.
This
We're
is
gonna go
me.
do it. I want to come play hockey at Lewis. Bam, here we go. We're going to go play hockey at Lewis. That's awesome.
He has an opportunity. He sees that he likes. He's going to take it.
Yeah. Okay. And so you came into Lewis then with, I mean, no concept of what you wanted to do, or did you have any idea like what you wanted to major in or any of that?
Well, I knew that I wanted to do something in business, but I didn't really know. And then I just chose to do a business administration because it's basically everything. So
Yeah, isn't that what BA stands for? Basically everything?
Basically.
maybe it
Basically
does.
all
That's
things.
fine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fun. And how was that? I mean, did you decide that right away? Or it sounds like you did. I mean, you probably just immediately had a business class. Bam, that's my major.
There were some other options, but business was my first option. So I stuck with it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And that's fun. And so then do you think you want to like own your own business when you're older, or like what's the end goal for that career?
Well, my dad does own a business, so like there's always that opportunity to take it over and, just do that. Or I really want to go into HR, so that's
Really?
something, yeah. So
And
that's something I could do.
Why?
Yeah.
Why HR?
What? Yeah.
I had a good class and I enjoyed it, so I'm like, this is something I want to do
Okay.
for the rest of my life.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes. You know?
Well.
Well,
yeah.
that's all it takes for him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Well, like when I did the radio before I was even in this major, I was like, I really like this. When I was looking to switch, I was like, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's like if you meet someone. I mean, you could have just
Yeah.
met someone who just was an HR person. You're like, bam, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
It was that class, HR, human resources.
Hi, welcome back to Lewis University Television Network for period number 3 of Flyers hockey. Logan Kapp alongside Matt Carlson. And that period number 2 was not as good for the Lewis Flyers. They are down 4-2 after 2. They will start period number 3 on the penalty kill. Flyers captain Brian Goot taking a late period penalty. And that's not exactly the most ideal situation for the Flyers here, Matt.
No, it is not, Logan. As you said, Flyers going to start a man down as they lose the draw at the faceoff here. They're going to have to do a lot to get back in this game. They can do it. They got to keep their heads down, keeping it simple.
See what they can muster up here as the Spartans set up on the power play. Grano sends it down low. Lieberman in the corner. Across, Swiatkowski down low to Charlebois. Swiatkowski back on the point. Excuse me, Shaniwis has a shot. That one was saved by Zagat. There's the first of many big saves today. As Shaniwis has it near side dasher board. Down low, LaBouffe. Across. And that one is sent out by Tyler Morefoot. You heard in that intermission a clip from the most recent episode of the Lewis University Hockey Podcast where that man, Tyler Morefoot, was the guest as that puck bounced around out in front of the net. Somehow, Zagat was going for a swim, but he is able to keep that one out of the net. And that was kind of a scary play.
Somehow Zagat able to keep that one out. Last I saw, it was dancing around in between his legs. I was almost certain he was going to come down and bring it into the net himself. Able to keep that obviously from happening. Lewis getting caught out defensively early with a man down.
Shaniwi sends it across, and that one's kicked out by Zagat. 48 seconds left on the Spartans' power play. Ricci comes in and scoops it up, and Wilninski's able to get that one over the blue line, forcing the Spartans to clear. Sent back in by Grano. Didn't get sent on very far and gets sent all the way back down to the other side, where it's played by Jake Mihaljevic. Ricci spins around, sends it the length of the ice. 20 seconds left on the Spartans' power play. 18-20 left to go in the third period. Up the right wing side comes the Spartans captain. Shaniwis has it down low in the far side corner. Up to the point, Lieberman drags it to the middle, and that shot got deflected into the near side corner. Zagat didn't even see it as that penalty to Brian Goot has expired. Out of the box he comes, right in on the forecheck, Goot is. He had the feel for his team after taking that late period penalty, which wasn't a questionable call at that. I mean, he had a collision on his own blue line out the neutral zone and was called for interference. Not sure how much interference took place. Either way, though, Kimbrough's back into the net, into the zone, I should say, and that one is easily handled by Zagat.
Flyers looking to come out in this period with a lot more energy than they did the last period, giving up 2 goals quickly. Goot with a chance early right out the box. Not able to convert.
Face off to the right wing side as Zagat won by the Flyers. Logan Stumpf will bring it around behind. Logan Stumpf, as we talked about a little bit earlier, really coming into his own just a couple games into this Flyers hockey season. Has evolved a lot from the first time we saw him on the ice way back in August, as that one is sent up and out by Stumpf. Ricci right off the bench across to Stumpf, and he will slow it down a little bit. Jack Selman turns it over. Back in the Spartans come. Hart has a drive, and that one's deflected up into the protective netting. And we'll see a face-off now in the Flyers' end. You know, the reason we do this, Matt, is so people all over the country can watch Flyers hockey. And I just had a chance to talk in between periods to Pete Fronte, And he said his family out in California is watching. Wanted to give them a little bit of a shout out. Elizabeth and Joanne. I want to thank you guys for supporting Flyers hockey all the way out in California. So glad that you could join us for all the fun and all the action here on the Lewis University Television Network. That's why we do it, so we can bring Flyers hockey into your living room. Vanalagna in the near side corner. Will skate it up the right wing side and out as the Flyers look to get something going. Trying to leave it to Selman, but could not be found, and back comes Gwiazdowski up the right wing side. We'll bank that one in. And Grano is closed off. Back in is Dan Johnson as he sends that one in Catawampus into the near side corner. Does squeak over the blue line, sent right back in by Alagna, who then comes off for a line change. Near side, Justin LeBouf will bring it up. Turns it over, Logan Pickens is in. He's got Selman with him. Logan Pickens, 2-on-0 to Selman, and that pass is broken up by an excellent diving play there by Lieberman. The Flyers don't even get a shot on goal. Grano will waft that one in on that. It's punched into the near side corner by Zagat. Squirts out in front, and the Spartans didn't get a stick on it, much to the dismay of their coach, Bill Andrews. Here's Brian Goot. He snaps one on net, and it's gloved down by Mihaljevic. And again, I think that's only the second save that he's had to make here in the third period.
Flyers almost able to take advantage of a breakaway opportunity. Maybe not taking too much time this time to try and make that happen as they win the draw.
Ulmer now on the far side. We'll just kind of throw that one on net. And it is again frozen by Mihaljevic.
Flyers will go right back where they started. Get another chance here. Bryden matches up and wins the draw.
Braden Ricci has a shot. Sent down low and found by Pickens. Behind the net far side corner is Caden Ulmer. He will turn around and fire, and it goes up off the left shoulder of Mihaljevic. Stump turns around and throws it on net. Right to Justin LeBouf. Across the ice it goes. Sent back in by Ulmer, who will come off for a line change. Brian Goot pokes away below the goal line, and it's sent around to Stumpf on the point. Stumpf lofts one on net, comes back to him. Logan Stumpf has to stick handle through a couple body checks as he's pushed down to the ice by Luke Ballantyne. Wilninski has the puck. And a whistle. And it looks like the Spartans will be getting a penalty. Gianmarco Grano will head to the penalty box. Cross-checking is the call. And the Flyers will get another opportunity on the power play. Have been unsuccessful on every try they've gotten so far this game.
And that is unsuccessful every try they've had in this series against Aurora as well.
You got to convert on some of these opportunities, especially, we've talked about it a few times this season, is that if they're going to play the disciplined hockey game, they're going to get these power play opportunities. And I know they've been working on it in practice. We talk about it with head coach Jim Swoyer on the podcast and throughout the week. And so they just need to start converting in the game.
Transitioning into you have a little more time to make these decisions. Take the time that you have. Make smart decisions.
15 seconds gone on the Flyers power play. They will commence the push and back entry. Here's Pickens on the far side, leaves it for Stumpf. He revs up the jet, stops, brings it over the blue line. Logan Stumpf on his forehand to Pickens on the point. Hash marks to Stumpf. Still has the puck. Pickens to McDonald near side. McDonald walks in and fires, but that one's blocked by Gwiazdowski, who is down on one knee. Kept in by Johnson, but it is sent out to Stumpf. Got to be careful. Gombarchuk is right in his kitchen. And now 60 seconds are gone on the Flyers power play. Selman battles with Hart, who wins that battle and sends it back to Logan Stumpf. Stumpf sachets into the Spartans' end and throws one on net where it's rung around and stopped by Alagna. Spartans force a turnover. Here comes Yanetta into the zone. Yanetta, and an excellent back check there by Caden Ulmer to really box him out and give him absolutely nothing. Yanetta was going in with speed, but I saw this red flash come out of nowhere, being Caden Ulmer, and he prevented anything further on that opportunity.
Flyers going to have to do a lot here. 31 seconds left on the power play. They need to convert. Having trouble converting shots into goals on the power play and have been all game long, Logan.
One to Andres on the point, and he will send it around far side. Yanetta still has the puck with speed. Yanetta's got it on his forehand far side corner. And interference has been called.
And there goes yet again another Flyers power play advantage. Second time they've committed a penalty of their own during a power play.
Ben Alagna back to the sin bin. The second time in this matchup. Negates the last 15 seconds of his team's power play. After those 15 seconds, the Spartans will have minute 45 of power play time with that interference call. Morefoot sends it around behind where it's found by Charlebois and Peter on the far side. Charlebois pressed up against the board by Ricci. Peter comes in and sends it all the way down, but it was still 4-on-4 when Peter lofted that one all the way down, hence the icing call.
Flyers now going to be on the back foot in terms of men on the ice for the next minute 40. I believe letting one go in while on the penalty kill this game thus far.
Now they're going to move the face-off to the center dot. I don't know if I agree with that, considering Peter threw that puck all the way down before the penalty expired. Either way, going to be a conversation on the Spartans bench between both referees. It looks like we're going to drop the puck at center ice. And for the next minute 40, the Aurora Spartans will be on the power play.
Now a conversation being had with Lewis head coach Jim Sawyer. Generally some confusion between the two benches and the decision made on the ice. Everyone's all settled, and here we go, Fronte.
After all that, we're still just dropping the puck at center ice. Primbo tried to send it in, but Fronte turns around and fires it all the way down. Taking some more time off this kill. Up the right wing side is LaBouffe. Into the Flyer zone, they'll set up on the overload style power play. LaBouffe to the point, here's Garano. Near side, Shaniwis. In the middle, he has a shot kicked aside by Zagat. Rebound to the Spartans. Shaniwis. Charlebois walks in, fires, and that one's blocked by Morefoot out in front. Charlebois has his own rebound. Shaniwis on the point, can't handle that pass. Is kicked back to Charlebois. Sent down low, here's Lieberman. Centering pass, couldn't be found by anyone. Good coverage out in front of the Flyers net. LaBouffe on the point, sends it down low. Kimbrough to LaBouffe, far side. Grano walks in and has a drive that's blocked. Carla Boyce. LaBouffe, far side, Shaniwis. LaBouffe has a shot, blocked by his teammate out in front. The second try was wide of the net. Carla Boyce to Shaniwis on the key, top of the key. He lost his handle, and finally, Wilninski's able to fire that one all the way down. Brian Goot was coming in with speed on that forecheck, forcing Mihaljevic to come out and play it. That one's sticked in by Kimbrough. Goot sends it all the way down. Little did he know that penalty had expired, even though Caden Ulmer was moving fast. The icing still has been called. 10:27 left to go in the third period. Flyers down 2-4.
Flyers gonna have some work to do. Little under halfway through this final period of the game as Gut sets up and wins the draw. Fronte with it.
Ryan Goot runs into a big shoulder from McGee. And that one's deflected high off the top of the glass, where Hart's in to retrieve down low. Gombarchak, rebound was sent behind the net by Zagat as McDonald fails to clear. McGee will try and loft that one in. I think he pulled the pitching wedge out of the golf bag that time, went right up into the rafters. Yeah, and ended up crashing into, I think, the light up there. Either way, we're going to see a face-off now in the neutral zone. 9:48 left to go in the third period.
And not to say that's a play we haven't seen work before. Put it up in the rafters, and we've seen it come right back down without hitting a thing.
I think we didn't talk to Tyler Morpha. I believe he's an avid golfer. We didn't talk to him on the podcast about that. Meant to ask him. My 38 handicap. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I should be doing much talking about anything golf related.
I think you're better than me.
Well, at mini golf, maybe. I think that's more my sport.
Oh, yeah. I'll get you in a good game of mini golf.
Up comes Lieberman into the Flyer zone, down behind the net where he's pressured by Morefoot. In comes Grano and sweeps away that puck. Fronte to Johnson on the far side. Will skate it up the left wing side, and he's closed off this time by Yanetta. Here's Ulmer. And it gets back to, I mean, we saw a lot of this last year where the Flyers are starting to kind of work independently of each other.
Yeah.
In that it doesn't seem that they're all firing on the same, sequence here. They're all kind of just a little bit off base of each other. Maybe not all on the same page.
And that's something we talked about as well, and I've had the chance to talk about with a couple of the players, is when the plays work, when they work as a team, they score goals. The moment they start doing their own individual acts, things start not to work out so well.
Here's Ricci. He forced a turnover to Pickens as a slap shot in the middle, but that one was wide of the net. Andres up the far side will go high off the glass, back into the Flyers zone. Is stumped to retrieve. Flyers will try again. Brian Goot up the left wing side. Couldn't handle that pass. Turnaround is Granado. The Ballantyne fans on a shot. Has it poked away by Goot. He sends Pickens ahead. He couldn't quite control that puck. Pickens couldn't. And so now Logan Stumpf will rev up the Jets with speed into the Spartans end. Stumpf off balance has a try, but he missed the net. Logan Stumpf again tries to wheel into the zone, has a strip by Grano. He walks to the middle and fires, but that one goes off the stick of DePego and trickles into the near side corner. Selman dances through ahead. Here comes Jack Selman into the offensive zone, lofts one on net, and that one's easily fielded by Mihaljevic, and he will hold on. 7:15 left to go in the third period. Flyers down 4-2.
Flyers going to have to pick up their pace of play a little bit. It's a common theme we've seen from them over this season and last season. Flyers losing a lot of energy entering into the third period. If they want to try and tie up this game, get into an overtime situation, they're going to have to put the work in here and find that energy.
Up the left wing side, the Spartans trying to head Gombarczyk ahead. He's in behind the Flyers net. He forced a turnover. Gombarczyk trying a centering pass, but it's blocked by the big paddle. That's Zagetz holding in his blocker hand, and he will cover up. 6:53 left to go in the third period. Face off to Zagetz left wing side. Won by Dan Johnson. Behind the net it goes. DePego on the near side. Finds Fronte, who's able to force it over to the blue line and clear it out. Sent right back in by McGee. Flyers will try again. Alagna trying to skate it up the right wing side. Will get taken down. No call. Actually, we do have a call. The referee over to our right-hand side with his hand in the air. Flyers will be going back to the power play after Ben Alagna is taken down on his own blue line. Adrian Gombarczyk.
The Flyers are going to go in to this power play looking to make it maybe finally a successful one. They're going to need it. They got 6:24 left on the clock, down by 2 goals. If they want to get back into this game, they're going to need to score now in the next 2 minutes.
Face off one back down low to Gut. Ryan Goot, Flyers captain, in the far side corner, will set it up to McDonald on the point. Pickens in the middle to Logan Stumpf. He turns around and sends it into the far side corner. Back to him. Logan Stumpf hesitates, walks the middle, fires, and it's blocked by traffic out in front. Rebound to Johnson. He turns around, sends it across to McDonald, who couldn't find it. Set up the near side boards, kept in by Pickens on the point. Flyers looking pretty organized on this power play. Josh McDonald on the far side is pushed off the puck. He gets it back. McDonald behind the net, and we've got another penalty being called by the Lewis Flyers. Again, third time in this hockey game, negating their power play.
And there's something to be said for that, Logan. They're talking about disciplined hockey out there, but it seems the moment they feel they may get an advantage out on the ice, some of that discipline's going away. And we're talking about discipline in a different form, you know, not getting into fights, but avoiding penalties.
Dan Johnson was the one who took that elbowing penalty. With 5:34 left to go, we'll play 4-on-4 for the next minute, 10 seconds. A lot of open ice out there. Alagna tried to dance through a couple hits, turns it over to Charlebois. Now the Spartans have a turn. Grano has a shot from the top of the circles, and it's deflected wide. Shaniewicz behind the net to Charlebois. Sent up to Lieberman on the far side point. He couldn't quite keep it in. Fronte sends it around his own net. Tries to find Alagna on the near side. Lieberman forced a turnover. He tried a centering pass. It was blocked. Charlebois has it near side corner now. Shaniewicz will fire one on net, and Zagetz saw it the whole way and was able to glove that one down. 4:47 left to go in the third period. 23 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey, and I believe a timeout has been called by the Aurora Spartans.
Flyers are going to really need to get their act together in the last 4:47 of this third period of this game. Not taking advantage of the advantages they've been given, Logan. It's a consistent theme throughout this game. And it's unfortunate to see. We talk with Jim all the time about discipline, having discipline. And right now what we're seeing is they've let these chances go by that they have earned from being disciplined.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if how much of like that penalty to Dan Johnson. I mean, elbowing is not a penalty that you see called too often.
No. I mean, it seems like Lewis had an outstanding chance to score, and the penalty may have been called a little later than was expected. And I'm sure that will be a discussion in the locker room later, and has been a discussion out on the ice already. The Flyers are going to have to put in the work here. They've got a lot of work to do. They can do it. It is not an impossible hill to climb.
Flyers looking to dig themselves out of this rut that they are in right now. They've lost their most recent 4 games. They're on a 4-game losing streak. Lost one at MSOE, lost both at U of I last weekend, and then lost at All Seasons in Naperville yesterday. So really seem to be in kind of a funk here in October, the Flyers are. But they better get out of this funk quickly because they've got a whole bunch more games before Christmas. They've got 2 against Purdue Northwest, 2 against DePaul, 2 against University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. Those are both away, and then 2 against Roosevelt. A couple home-and-home series. Home-and-home against Roosevelt, home-and-home against DePaul. And they have a home series against Purdue Northwest. That's the next time we'll see the Flyers in action here at Canlan. But I feel like, out of my experience with Flyers hockey this past couple of years, this is the most intense schedule that they've had here early in the season.
Yeah.
They've been playing a lot of games already. I mean, they've had a very busy October. A very busy November next month as a scramble in front of the net is somehow kept out by Jake Mihaljevic. But still, I mean, the Flyers have quite a intense schedule here early, and I mean, they've still got a lot of games left, so at some point they got to dig themselves out of this funk and start having a little bit more success. Here comes Shaniwis with speed up the left wing side into the Flyer zone. Leaves it for Charlebois across to the middle. Far side is Grano. Charlebois. Shaniwis in the middle. Grano has a drive, and that one's wide of the net. Finds Goot, and he pokes it out. Brian Goot tried to force a turnover. Had he gotten around the Spartans captain right there, he would have been going in all alone. The penalty to Dan Johnson has expired. Here comes Logan Stumpf trying to wheel into the zone with speed, but fell down. Pass broken up by Pickens. Couldn't handle it. Sent back where it's gloved down by Alagna. Cade Nolmer can't kick it to his skate. And Lieberman will turn around and send it out. It's almost like watching ping pong, Matt. Back and forth and back and forth. Here's a backhand opportunity. This time is wide of the net. A follow-up attempt is saved by Zagat. But I feel like once the strategy falls apart, that's when this back and forth action, you really start to see it come out.
Yeah.
Disorganized hockey, kind of on both sides of the puck, if we're being honest with ourselves. As that faceoff is won by the Spartans, Lieberman had a shot. And Zagat is able to scoop that one up. 2:48 left to go in the third. Flyers still down by 2. See how aggressive Head coach Jim Swire gets. If he's going to pull Sam Zagat, we'll keep an eye on that. Not going to pull him while the puck is still in his own end, though. Here's Jonah Hart. Sends it down behind the net, where it continued up by Morefoot. The Lockport native will skate that one out of his own zone. Sent ahead to Pickens. Morefoot's in. Tyler Morefoot has a shot. And again, another offensive opportunity for the Flyers defenseman. Tyler Morefoot getting aggressive, going in on the 2-on-1. And was taken out, went hard into the post, and you can see he's frustrated.
He really wanted that one, as anyone would. He doesn't really get close in on net. It's what we were talking about in the podcast, Logan, taking more chances offensively. He's got the shot, maybe not so used to being in the position of maybe a forward and a center, but
again, he's putting himself in the opportunity, giving himself the opportunity to put the puck in the back of the net.
Right.
And that's really all you can ask for, as Jim Swire has taken his time out now. And it looks like we're going to see a face-off outside the zone. It must have been deemed that Tyler Morefoot was the one that took the net off. So that face-off will be just outside the Spartans bench. But you see there in the bottom side of your screen, head coach Jim Swire barking out orders, standing on the bench to a Flyers hockey team who's battled hard all game, battled hard for the past couple games, as we were talking about not too long ago, and have not found much success as of late. So they'll be trying to get out of their funk. As I mentioned before, too, just wanted to say it again. Next time we'll see Flyers in action will be November 8th and 9th against Purdue Northwest. Both those games will be here at Camlin. I'll be here for both.
I will be too.
So will Matt. We'll have a lot of fun right here on the Lewis University Television Network, as the Flyers look to end this game on a strong note, maybe score a couple goals, tie it up, you never know. 2:23, that's a lot of time left.
We've seen stranger things happen with this Lewis University hockey team. It is doable.
Sam Zagat remains in the net for the moment. He's coming off the ice. Here comes Sam Zagat. Empty net for the Flyers, 6-on-5. Flyers still have the puck. Caden Ulmer sends it across to Brian Goot. And the Flyers can't get anything going. They force a turnover. Brian Goot has it. Over to Stumpf on the far side. Centering pass. Finds Pickens in front. And he couldn't get a stick on it. That puck was sent up by Grano. Not sure if it hit someone leaning over the boards. But there was a stoppage of play. Net to our left-hand side is empty. Big man Zagat standing on the bench, waiting to see what his team can muster up in the offensive zone, as Ulmer will take on Grano on this faceoff. The tie-up won by Grano, kept in by Stumpf on the point. Shot, rebound in front. Brian Goot found the loose puck and put it in the back of the net. Flyers score a late period goal. They're down 4-3 with 1:49 left to go in the third.
There is hope for this Lewis Flyers team. We don't often see the extra man on the ice for this Flyers team work in their favor. They are able to keep that puck in the offensive end of the ice the entire time during that play. Able to slot one in. 1:49 left to go. They can put one in. That goal scored by Brian Gutt.
Brian Goot has one assist on the day so far. I'm pretty sure that was Goot who had the touch on that. It was kind of a scramble in the slot area. Sam Zagat's back in the net for the moment as that puck is sent in by the Spartans. Here's Morefoot across to McDonald. Leaves it for Alagna. Flyers can't score from their own zone. Got to get something going here. 1:25 left to go. Alagna on the far side. Sends it up to McDonald, gets deflected in. All the way down it goes. The get still in the net. Shiniwi sends it around to Ballantyne on the near side point, kept in by Morefoot. Off comes the get. Extra attacker for the Flyers. Here's Caden Ulmer. He still has the puck, kept in by Morefoot on the point. Sent across down low. Here's Selman in the far side corner. Fights to get it back. Less than 60 seconds left to go in this hockey game. Traffic jam in the far side corner. Jack Selman comes away with the puck. He's pressed up against the boards by Grano. Puck squirts out. Caden Ulmer has a centering pass, and that puck sat in the blue paint. But Jake Mihaljevic is able to cover up, and he will hold on. 38.3 seconds left to go in the third period.
And I think that last shot, trying to get a deflection off the back of Mihaljevic. Maybe trying to get that one to go back in. That cover-up is going to save him some time.
38.3 seconds left to go in this hockey game. Flyers win this face-off. Stumpf has a shot, hit the skate of Caden Ulmer out in front of the net. Puck is sent all the way down. Will it go far enough for an icing call? Caden Ulmer was skating back with speed. Is that Ulmer? It's either Ulmer or Ritchie. I think it's Ricci, actually. I see Caden Ulmer right there. I think it is Braden Ricci who is coming back with speed. Goes crashing into the net.
That right there is some dedication by this team to try and keep that out of the net.
And I'm not sure why that's not an icing call. The Spartans were shallow of the red line. That should have been an icing call. That was not called. 24.9 seconds left to go. Here's Goot on the face-off. Wins it back into the near side corner. It's sent across, sends Stumpf ahead. Logan Stumpf. And Logan Stumpf fell down on the play. Jim Swire arguing for interference on the Flyers bench. He's not going to get that call.
And there really should have been there. That's another questionable call twice in a row. That wasn't called. Partial defensive coach for the Flyers not happy with that call.
16 seconds left to go. Another face-off in the Flyers' end. Grano wins it to Shiniwis. He fires one on net. It's kicked into the corner by Zagat. Sent back down low. Less than 10 seconds left to go. Battle ensues behind the Flyers' net. 4 seconds. Grano comes away with that puck to the middle. And that will do it. Flyers lose it in regulation time. Couldn't quite get her done.
An unfortunate ending to this game for the Flyers. They brought Sam Howard back in with that late goal with about 1:49 left to go. Some uncalled penalties perhaps in the last minute or so of the game, and uncalled icing as well. Flyers not able to get those calls. Aurora gaining an advantage, perhaps maybe undeserved. Flyers are going to go down in this one 4-3, and they're going to lose their 5th straight. And there has to be some conversations during this coming week. In the next 2 weeks, there's have to be a lot of work done, especially in terms of team compatibility, getting out on the ice, making sure everybody's on the same page. A lot of individualism during this game from the Flyers offense, unfortunately, and needing to work on power plays as well. Not able to take advantage of those either this game or last, and it's been a problem this season consistently. There have been some moments of prowess in this game, though, Logan. Lots of physicality from the Flyers. We find they often play better when they're able to be physical. And they need, again, to try and keep that energy up, their motivation high There's a lot of potential in this team, Logan. They have the potential to succeed as a team. There's a lot of talent. They need to work together. Your thoughts?
The Flyers, I feel like, were disorganized for the majority of that game. Couldn't really get anything going up until late. And, I mean, you cannot put that much pressure on yourself that late in the hockey game to score all those goals. I mean, yeah, they had a couple high-quality scoring chances. We're talking about an icing call. We're talking about this. We're talking about that. But you go the whole game, you go 45 minutes in the 60-minute game without really any high-quality chances. They had a couple goals. They had one early in the first period. But, you can't do that to yourself. And so
Right.
if that's how you're going to play the whole hockey game, yeah, they were close to winning. Should they have won this hockey game? I don't think so. They did not play to win today. They almost came back at the end, but it took them 45 minutes to get going. And unfortunately, at the end of the day, it's a 60-minute hockey game, and so you're playing 3/4 of that not at 100%, then you're not going to win. And so that's what we saw here out of the Flyers today. Scoring recap real quick before we head out. Braden Ricci had one for the Flyers. Brian Goot had one, as well as Logan Pickens. Those are 3 goals for the Lewis Flyers. Jonah Hart had one for the Aurora Spartans. Charlotte Boyce had one. Grano had one. And I believe Gombarchek had the other. So not a very good string of games for the Lewis Flyers. That, as you said, that was their 5th straight loss. They'll be looking to bounce back to some of that early season action they had back at the beginning of this month and the beginning of the season. Again, their next time we're going to see the Flyers in action will be November 8th and 9th here at home at Callan Sports in Romeoville. If you get a chance to come out and see Flyers hockey live in action, I highly encourage you to do so. It's a fun time. Great atmosphere here. If not, Matt and I will be here to take you through the game as always. I'd like to thank Matt and our camera operator Riley for coming out and hanging out with us here on the Lewis University Television Network. Hopefully you enjoyed the broadcast despite the outcome. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you all on the next one.